The indie author revolution has been around for more than a decade, but we indies continue to push the boundaries of what we're capable of. From getting over initial prejudices to staring down perfectionism and author imposter syndrome, we've become a force to reckon with. Indie authors now wear more hats than ever as we strive to create a career full of meaning, prosperity, and potential. We've juggled the demands and continue to be rebels in the face of adversity. Now, after years of hearing the shouts of hustle and grind, we indies are rebelling again. Gone are the days of publishing a book a month until we drop, and in its place are the seeds of a better way to rapid release. A way that feels incredible as we build a sustainable, lifelong author career that not only increases our visibility and royalties, but it's all done with intention and ease. If you're ready to buck the system and become the visionary authorpreneur I know you're meant to be, you've come to the right place. I'm Carissa Andrews, international best-selling indie author, and this is the Author Revolution podcast. Well, hey there, welcome back to the Author Revolution podcast. I am super thrilled that you're here joining me today. Oh man, August has been an interesting month so far. I feel like we're getting kind of close to my whole home space of Virgo energy. We're getting close. We're not quite there, but I'm starting to feel at home and at peace and like vibing with this almost time for school energy. I don't know if it's just me, but I love it. I love this time of the year because it's just, there's a shift in the air. Fall's coming, school's coming, thank goodness. I don't know. I love this time of year. And as I've been doing this, I've been really doing some soul searching on what I want to do with Author Revolution and how I am going to be moving forward. And I'll tell you, I've been thinking an awful lot about this millionaire author concept and how I've been working behind the scenes on my own stuff, on my own money mindset, on leveling myself up and really getting into the groove of manifestation and in specific, I guess, manifesting my dream life, my dream career. I spent an awful lot of time really worrying, really worrying about like whether or not bills were going to be paid, worrying about whether or not my kids had enough stuff for, school clothing or birthdays or, whatever. Because for myself, I'm kind of like the breadwinner of the family. My husband, he works part-time during the week, which is great. He brings in income to be able to support some of the things that we do. But the majority of his time and energy is spent remodeling our house because we're trying to flip this crazy, massive, nutso house. And if you're following my author newsletter, so the Carissa Andrews newsletter, I have a little blip in there every single week about the Andrews Clan renovation escapades. It's just a fun thing to be talking about and describing and showing the evolution of the house as it's getting done and as it's changing. And it's been such an interesting and fun fiasco. But at the same time, it's been at times a burden on me, or at least that's how it felt, right? Where I always felt like there was this weight on my shoulders and I had to perform. And as a natural genius imposter and as a perfectionist imposter and an expert imposter, I had a lot of these things going on that were all kind of clashing at the same time, really making me struggle with my mindset. And it's super interesting to me because I have always been interested in manifestation. I've always played with energies. I'm a Reiki master. I've been a Reiki master since 2001. And so there's a lot of stuff, I guess, that I've always played with, but it's kind of had its ebbs and flows. And so when I look back at the trajectory of my life and the way that things have unfolded and how I've gotten into alignment only to kind of slip out of alignment, only to come back into alignment, it's been an interesting thing to see how easily we can override our own desires, I guess, how we can override how powerful we really are if we're not careful. Because I really wasn't. I think I got into a complete state of, survival mode, I guess, for a good period of time. After the divorce and the remarriage, there was a lot of upheaval in family life. And so there's a lot of stuff that was going on that just threw me well out of whack. It just threw me right off my high-flying disc. And so as I'm looking back, right, and I'm looking at the evolution from this year, I'm telling you right now, so this year has been pretty incredible. As I'm looking at it right now, The Author Revolution side has grown 166% from last year already. Like, we're only in the beginning part of August, and I've already grown 166%. Now, the author side of my business has done almost exactly the same. And so to me, that's really a fascinating place to be. It's really interesting to see like how I've been doing this inner work and how the inner work is starting to translate then into the growth of my businesses. And so it's not just coincidence, guys. It's not just like this, pie in the sky, wish for it and it will come. It literally is the embodiment of the millionaire author, of getting into this space of knowing, number one, your worth, knowing that you are worthy of whatever growth is in your mindset, whatever destiny is calling you and that you can envision for yourself is entirely possible. It is only your job to know that it's yours, to know that you can lock in the vibe and get there. And the way that we do that is by envisioning what it will feel like once we're there. Once we have the thing that we know we want, we lock into it and continue to go back to that vibe every single day, right? So that's our main goal. That's the whole thing that we're working on. That's the challenge and the ease. It's like the easiness and the challenge of the whole thing, right? But for those of you who are like, okay, I kind of feel like I could earn more money. I kind of feel like getting more income from my books would be fun. Or maybe you've been struggling and you've been wanting to do this for a while. Like for me, I was trying to make my books be the thing. I was trying very desperately to get into that mode. And what was happening was I was in this energy of efforting. I was putting so much energy and so much effort into making the thing work. But when it wasn't working and I was actually doing more than what some of my fellow authors were doing and they were hitting it big, I'm like, okay, there is something here in the energy. There is something in the way that I'm doing this that's not serving me. What is it? And I couldn't for a very long time understand what it was, but I knew it was energetically based. I knew there was something in there. And as I started getting bigger, or going deeper, I should say, into the manifestation side of things, all of a sudden things clicked. Everything became clear. And I think it was a prayer to my higher self, to the universe, whatever, where I was like, just show me the way. I'm so done doing all the things and feeling like I'm stuck, feeling like nothing is ever moving forward. Have you ever felt like that? It's a terrible feeling. It's very boxing you in and tight, and it doesn't feel nice. And so I was ready. I was just ready to expand and to grow and to do more things and to be more and to see more and experience more. It was this time of stagnation was ready to like burst, is how it felt. And so when I am talking about the things that I'm talking about today, which is going to be the 5 signs that you're ready to manifest your millionaire author destiny, know that this is coming from a true place of complete and utter understanding. Like these are the things that, the signs that showed up in with me, the things that were very clear in my author career, that there was more for me, but I wasn't quite there yet. I wasn't breaking through the energetic boundaries, so to speak. Okay, so let's talk about those 5 signs you're ready to manifest your millionaire author destiny. Number 1, you've done it all, but nothing is working. So like I kind of hinted on this a second ago, but when you're doing all the things, right? You are newsletter swapping, you're running ads, you are promo stacking, you are doing group promos, you're doing your newsletter every week, you're rapid releasing your books, you are talking on all the socials, you're doing all the things, right? You're getting out into conferences, you're whatever the thing is. You're doing all the stuff, but it doesn't feel like anything's working. That's a really good sign. Number 1, it's a good sign because it means that you're ready to shift, that you're looking for growth, but you haven't seen it yet. And when that happens, and when you're stuck, it means you're actually focused on the energies of lack. You're not focused on your true desire, which is obviously growth and expansion and more money and more readers. And when you're in that place of nothing is ever working and nothing ever does the thing that I want it to do, it means that it's time to stop looking at the lack of your desire and start shifting into the positivity of it already being yours. So that's number 1. Such a great place to be. All right, number 2, you are pissed that you haven't broken through yet. Okay, so this is kind of a lead on from number 1. When you get to that point where you've done all the things, nothing seems to be working, But you keep trying and you keep trying. And then you go, okay, I'll try this other thing. And you see something else, or someone else gives you another whatever exercise to try, whatever it is. And you try that, hoping that that'll be the thing that breaks you through. But nothing is working. Eventually, you just get to this fed up moment where you were like so pissed at the world, so pissed at your author career that you consider packing it all in. Like, maybe this isn't the career for me, right? Maybe this is the time to just say, screw you, author career. It's time to do something different. Like, I'm going to become a waitress. Okay. They make more money at some of these resorts. Why not be a waitress? There has to be easier ways to make money than writing a book, right? I know that I've totally felt this. But this is a good sign too, because it means that you are ready to stop looking at it the way that you always looked at it. You're ready to shatter the energy that you have been in and innovate. You're ready to do something you've never done before, or ready to do something maybe no one has ever done before. And that is so incredibly powerful. It's one of those things that it's just, when you get pissed off at your career, at yourself, at the world, at the universe, it's time to innovate. It's time to let your creativity in and let your guard down so that all the crazy ideas can come flowing. Because that, my friend, is where your true genius comes in. All right, so number 3, kind of a lead on from that one. You are bored doing the way things everyone else does. Or on the flip side, maybe not even bored. Maybe you were like, why the hell is everyone else doing things this way? Maybe it's just rapid releasing a gazillion books a year. That is just not sustainable, right? When I was in Rapid Release Roadmap and I was trying to develop the program for this, I initially thought, let's just teach all the different ways to rapid release. And the more I was in it, the more I was like, there is no effing way I am going to teach people how to rapid release a book a month and tell them that that is the way to do it. There's just no way. That is like the old system. That is the old hustle and grind patriarchal shit that needs to get cleared out of this indie author space. It's great as a short-term strategy, don't get me wrong. Like, if you're starting a brand new career and you really want to hit it off with a bang, yes, spend a bunch of time up front, get your books ready to go, and rapid release those suckers. Because remember, rapid releasing is only the way that you are distributing and launching your books. That it has nothing to do with how you're writing necessarily. Okay, it's just how a certain series or a certain set of books is going to be released. Okay, tirade over. But you know what I'm saying? It's like everyone, for a very long time, everyone was like, oh, you have to be on Insta Freebie to be seen, or, oh, you have to be in box sets and get on a list aiming thing to be seen, or, oh, yeah. There's always been these trends, right? But as you're working on those trends, or as you're working through the trends, maybe you're realizing that some of these things aren't calling to you. Maybe they're not working for you and you don't enjoy them. So why are you doing it? That is another great sign that you are ready to do something else to innovate and manifest that millionaire author destiny, because it means you are ready to shift your energy and do something that really aligns you with who you really are. All right, so tip number 4, or sign number 4, I guess, is that you know your work is awesome and you could earn big. So deep down, when you think about your books, do you feel like, wow, I'm really good at what I do. I am awesome at what I do. And if that is the case, if that's the underlying vibe of your books, but you're just not earning what you thought you were supposed to or what you could, that is a really good sign. That's a sign that you are holding yourself back. Now, when we're trying to manifest a millionaire author destiny, it really comes down to, number 1, what we believe we are worthy of. We make a decision to move forward on that desire. We lock in the vibe knowing that it's ours, right? These are the steps. And then we just continue to move forward confidently until it becomes ours, until it unfolds, until it's manifested into our physical reality. That's the same system for creating your spaghetti dinner to manifesting your millionaire author destiny. We just try to muck it up and make it seem like it's way more complicated than it actually is. When you know your stuff is awesome underneath it all, that means when the universe is trying to bring in all of the cooperative components to get you to your millionaire author destiny, you and your energy is the one thing that is in discord to that desire. It means there is something in you that needs to either be shifted or realigned or looked at so that you can move through it and get over to the other side of it. And the way that we do that is really by thinking about what it is we want, that desire of being that millionaire author or earning lots of money from our books or having tons of readers with our books. How does it feel if that were already true? How does it feel if you were already in that place of earning as much money as you are technically desiring in your head? How does that feel on that other side? And if you notice anything inside yourself that says you can't have it, those are the things that you need to really quickly look at and then shift to a new story. Like think about, if it crops up that, no indie author can ever make millions of dollars, if that's the shit that comes up when you are thinking about being on the other side of your millionaire author destiny, well, then you have to take a quick look at, but is that really true? Do no indie authors earn millions from their books? Well, obviously not. There are plenty of millionaire indie authors out there. Why not you? So it's just about taking a look at the belief that you hold right now. And a belief is only a thought you repetitively think. Remember that. A belief is just a thought we think over and over and over again. Tell yourself some new stories. Tell yourself some new thoughts. Shift those beliefs by doing it over and over and over again. That's how we get to the other side. That's how we make the manifestation mindset and the millionaire author mindset stick, by realigning every single day to what we really want to believe, what we really want to have happen for us, what we really are desiring for our life. We want to be a deliberate creator. All right, sign 5. You're ready for things to be easy. For me, I was struggling, man. I was struggling every day for years. I was feeling like the weight of the world was literally on my shoulders. And every time I was trying to write a book, it felt like the pressure was mounting. Like, is this thing actually going to do anything? Is this thing actually going to do anything? I don't even know if this thing's going to do anything. Why bother? Because this thing's not going to do anything. You know those thoughts, right? And when you're feeling that, when you're putting that energy into the universe or into your book as you're writing it, what it's doing is signaling the universe that that's what you want. Because remember, we live in an inclusion-based universe. If you're sitting there saying, why bother? Because this isn't going to work anyway. Of course it's not going to work, because you've already believed and told yourself the belief that it won't work anyway. And remember, the universe cannot override your free will. So if that's what you're thinking, the universe is like, oh, here you go. Yes. The answer is always yes. So you have to really start to look closer at your mindset, look closer at your desires and how your actions, your thoughts, and your feelings are either in alignment with what those desires are or not. So if your desire is to become the millionaire author, and as it should be, because I think all of us are capable of earning millions if that's what our choice and our desire is. And remember, a millionaire author destiny is just the kick in the pants. It's the thing to make you go, what the hell is this woman about? Millionaire author destiny isn't necessarily for everyone, like to actually earn $1 million. Maybe you don't care about that. Maybe you just want to hit 100K. That's fine. But your desires and how you're getting there is exactly the same as anyone else trying to do a millionaire author destiny. Because manifesting $5 or manifesting $5 million, it's the same process. It's the same exact thing. So if this is the case, and if we know this to be true, then the job that we have right now is literally to just get very, very clear on what we want, what our dominant intent is. Remember, I talked about that in a previous podcast. Something that's holding you up most likely is that your dominant intent has not been verified. You haven't clarified it in your head enough to the point where you know that this is the main thing you are working on. Okay? So you need to clarify your dominant intent and then move forward knowing it's yours. Move forward in that vibe of this is coming to pass, this is coming to be, this is going to be mine no matter what. And any inspired action that comes to you from that place, take those actions, take those steps, and know that they are enough to make it happen. Now, in regards to things being easy though, when I finally was struggling enough and I got to the point where I was in that manic manifestation energy and everything was just kind of crazy and I was struggling through it all, I finally reached a point where I'm like, I can't do everything. I can't do this all. And it wasn't until I hired Jenny, my PA, and this was in 2019, that I broke through that boundary. I broke through that barrier and became a more effective manifester, a more effective author. I started shifting more towards the future. I can't say I was perfect because there was still definitely some wobble even after hiring her. But in that process of believing in myself enough to know that I can earn at least an additional $50 to pay her, I was able to go, okay, I can make this happen. I can make this happen, right? And in that time frame, since 2019, I've since gone on and written another 10 books or however many. And so it's this interesting, I guess, dynamic where once you believe in yourself enough, or once you put yourself forward enough into the future and make a scary step, even if $50 doesn't seem scary to you, it was scary to me at that time because we were not earning a whole lot of money in 2019. And I was starting Author Revolution. Obviously, businesses in the beginning don't do a lot. And so you're trying to get traction and you're trying to get somewhere and you're trying to do all the things. But that was really the shifting point for me. That was the pivotal moment where I knew this was the energy forward and I want things to be easier. And let me tell you, what a breath of fresh air to finally have someone who was there and their sole job when you worked with them was to support you. Not you supporting someone else, not you trying to help other people, but someone was actually there to lift the burden from your shoulders. Oh, let me tell you, that was an incredible feeling. And I to this day am so appreciative of Jenny. She is just one of those amazing women who juggles so much and she deserves so much more than what she gets half the time. And I try to do the best I can for her. And I'm going to continue to increase everything her way because she is just amazing. So think about that too. When you hire a PA, they are your life support. They are helping you in ways that are just phenomenal, and make sure that you're taking care of them, right? They're good, wonderful people and they deserve the best as well. Okay, tirade over on that one too. Whew, I went on soapboxes today. But here's the thing. All I want you to really know and want you to take away from this podcast episode is that as you're shifting from this place of wherever you're at, wherever you're starting, to wanting more, to wanting to earn more, to be more visible, to have more readers, and shift into that millionaire author destiny or the 100,000 destiny or whatever your destiny is right now, because sometimes it does require an incremental leveling up until you get to the point where you want to be, because our energies cannot connect to the highest level right away. We sometimes have to work our way up towards that. But as you're doing that, I really want you to be thinking about all the ways that all the signs that are around you and all the ways that can help you to level up and change and shift and become that millionaire author that you are destined to become. Even if you don't necessarily feel like millionaire author is the place you want to be, just by being in the company of those of us who are working towards that, who are shifting towards that, who are making leaps and bounds towards becoming that author, being in the energy of that is going to help you level up too, because that's how energy works, right? We get in these energy circles and all of a sudden you feel better and you're like, why do I feel so great being around these people or around this work or around whatever? And it's because your energy wants to rise. Your energy wants to get up into those higher realms, but you yourself haven't been able to manage it very much. But the more you get there, the more you shift yourself into these higher vibes, the easier then that level becomes. And as you get accustomed to that particular energy level, the more you're going to rise and the more easily you're going to rise to the next level as you continue to go up into the realms of whatever your heart desires. Now, I can tell you from my experience, this is so doable. And I wish I could describe to you just how transformative this process truly is when you look at it. And it sounds so woo. Trust me, as a double Virgo, I get it. It sounds so woo, this whole manifestation thing in many ways. But when you look at it from a scientific standpoint and how everything is energy and we are all vibrating frequencies and our concepts of everything we are witnessing in this reality is all just a different manifested version of like vibration. We are literally translating vibration through our eyes, through our ears, through our mouth, everything touch. So our senses are just that. The reason we all perceive things differently is because we literally have different translators. We are translating the energies differently. Don't take what others are saying at face value, including me. Like as you're trying to get to your next goal, let's say your next goal is for this month, you want to earn $1,000. Maybe you're just trying to get to that point. What would it feel like for you if on September 1st you went, holy shit, I did it. I did it. All these readers started coming in It was so easy. It was so quick. I can't believe how flowy it was. I just had so much fun. And the next thing you know, everyone was here. It was amazing. How does that feel for you? Because when you can get into that place, it's a personal energetic space. You're translating how that energy feels differently than what I would, differently from what a millionaire author would. Like if they went from, their millionaire author space down to $1,000, that would feel vastly different than someone who's earning $50 who earns miraculously $1,000. Each person, as we're trying to level up in our own areas, as we're trying to reach our own goals, if we can just center in ourselves and really feel into the energy, feel into how it feels in the future, right? Stop telling the stories of the past. Stop telling the story of what is or what you believe to be is right now, right? I want you to be daydreaming more. I want you to be thinking more about the future you. What's it going to look like when you're earning $1,000 a month every month? What's it going to look like when you're earning $5,000 a month every month? What's it going to feel like for you when you're earning $10,000 a month every month? Get into those spaces and take some time, even if it's just 5 minutes, where you daydream about what that life looks like, what it feels like for you, how joyful you are, how grateful you are for the support from the universe, from the support from the beautiful readers who are in your world. Take that moment and really revel in it, because energies are attracted to like energies. And as you sit in that vibration, as you sit in that energy for a while, it has no choice but to show up because you are already embodying it. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so I want you to start working towards that. I want you to take all of these signs as good signs that you are ready to manifest that millionaire author destiny, because you are. You are so powerful and way more powerful than you can even imagine, my friend. It's just, we have this weird way of limiting ourselves, and it's time that we break free from that. It's time that we move forward. We revolutionize the way that we are being. Period. Forget the author career. Just revolutionize the way you are. Revolutionize your life. Be the deliberate creator of what it is you desire, because this works on every single aspect of your life. All right, my friend. That was a fun one. I hope you enjoyed this podcast episode. I know I did. All right. If you'd like to get the transcript, make sure you head over to authorrevolution.org/144 and you can download it there. And other than that, just make sure that you are on the Millionaire Author Manifestation course waitlist if that's something that's interesting for you. I'm opening up the doors only in my waitlist for the beta cohort that's going to be launching September 5th. So if manifestation and law of attraction and trying to level up your author career into this realm sounds interesting to you, I definitely want you in on this cohort, because it's going to be an incredible time. And the cohort is going to be run at a completely discounted special rate, because this is the first live launch that I'm going to be doing for this course. It's 8 weeks, guys. So it's going to be an incredible time. We're going to have 8 whole weeks together. It's going to be great. But I want you to really, if you are interested, do it intentionally. Sign up intentionally. Get on the wait list. There's no fee or anything to be on the wait list. There's no obligation or anything like that to join the course if you get on the wait list. But I do encourage you to get on there, take a look around, see what's going to happen, and then decide for yourself, because I would love to get as many of you like-minded, wonderful people in on the course as humanly possible, because it's going to be just epic. It's just going to be epic. I can't even, I've been recording the videos for this course, and I can't even describe to you how awesome the lessons are right now and how much fun I'm having. And so it's just going to be fun. Anyway, if you're interested, get on the wait list. Head over to millionaireauthorcoach.com/manifestation to get on the wait list. And we'll get you all the details on how to sign up when the beta offer launches. Okay? All right. Well, guys, I hope you have a wonderful week getting your stuff done. I hope you have a wonderful week getting your words written. I hope you have a wonderful week manifesting everything that you're looking for this week. Go forth and start your author revolution.